Good evening. Under visual programming, let us see the chapter 2. The name of the chapter is Data Types and Tools. Data Types and Tools. Before that, we just go through the learning objectives. The first one is, what is data type? Then different types in VB. Then definition for the term variable. Rules for declaring a variable and two different types of tools, text box and buttons, and different types of function. A val function, we are going to learn a new function called val function. These are the terms we just learned at the end of this session. What is data type? Data type defines a type of data. Data type means it defines the type of data that can be stored in a variable. Before that, we just learned what is meant by data. Data means any input that is given to the computer. Any input, if the user given to the computer, that is called as data. That input may be either name, address, money or date. Then learn the meaning for the word variable. Means it is a name given to the storage location. The computer gets some input from the user and stored it in the memory. No, that memory location name is called as a variable. Variable means it is a name given to the storage location. Let us see an example. A equal to 5 and name equal to Babu. I just need the help of next slide. A equal to 5. Here 5 is the data and A is the name of the variable. The location where the value 5 is stored, that is called as a variable. No. So 5 is equal to data is variable. So A is a variable and 5 is a data. Let us see the next example. Name equal to Babu. So Babu means it is a data. The data can be stored in the location name. Okay. So here name is a variable and Babu is a data. So what is meant by data means? Data means it is a input given to the computer. And what is the meaning of the term variable? Means it is a named storage location. That is the user can give a name for the storage location, that is called a variable. So what is meant by data type means? The data type defines the kind of data, what kind of data that can be stored in a variable. So data type means it refers to the kind of data. Visual Basic divides data into different types. There are different types of data available in Visual Basic. Let us see the first one, numeric data type. The name as clearly indicates numeric means it consists of only numbers. Okay, that numbers can be used for do the calculation, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Numeric data are divided into 7 types. In Visual Basic, the numeric data 7 types. Let us see the next data type, non-numeric data type. The name clearly indicates it consists of non-numeric values. Non-numeric data are divided into 4 types. Let us see the numeric data types in detail. Numeric data are divided into 7 types, namely, first one byte, next one integer, then long, single, double, currency and decimal. These are the 7 different types of numeric data available in VB. Let us see the first one, byte. Byte. The term byte means combination of 8 bits. Combination of 8 bits is called as byte. So byte means it consists of the values only zeros and ones. Combination of zeros and ones, that is called as byte. Next one, integer. Integer means, I think all are well known about the word integer. You already learned in the mathematics. Integer means it is a numbers. Okay, it consists of only numbers. The integer may be either positive or negative integer. So if the range of the integer is small, means you have to use a data type integer. If the range is long, that is if the range is greater than 32,768, then you just refers to the data type long. So integer and long is both for positive and negative whole numbers. If the range is smaller means you just use the integer data type. If the range is large means you just use the long data type. Move to the next one, single and double. Floating point. Single and double means it refers to the number with a decimal point. Number with a decimal point. So single, the storage location is 4 bytes. If it is, the range is very small means for decimal numbers you just use the data type single. If the range is very large means you just use the double data type. So both positive and negative decimal numbers. Then currency. In order to represent a money value, just use the data type as currency. The storage area is 8 bytes. So number with fixed decimal, that is after the decimal point comes only 2 values. Then decimal. Larger decimals, storage location is 12 bytes. On to the next one, non-numeric data type. It is divided into 4 types. I already told you. Let us see the first one, string. String means it represents alphabets. That is sequence of characters. That is called as string. Next one, data. If you want to refer the data, you just use the data type as data. The storage location for the data is 8 bytes. You just keep it in a mind. The format for store the data type of data is first one month, next you have to represent the date, and last you finally just represent the year. Next one is Boolean. If you want to represent either for the conditional statements, if the condition is either positive or negative, the condition is either true or false, you just yes or no, you just use the data type as Boolean. The storage location for Boolean is 2 bytes. And last one is object. Object is widely used in class and modules. In higher class, you just learn the data types as object. Now we are going to learn a special data type in VBE. What is the name of the special data type means? Variant. The default type for a variable in VBE is variant. If the data type is not specified in VB programming, by default VB can assume the data type of that variable is variant. If the data type is not specified, variant will be used. So variant is called as the most flexible type of variable in VB. It is the most flexible type of variable. It can be used with other data type except fixed length type. That is, except fixed length means you just use for all other numeric as well as the non-numeric data types as a variant data type except the currency data type. So data type name is variant and the storage location any data type, and the description is numeric as well as the non-numeric data. Variables. I already told you the definition for the variable. Variable means it is a name given to the storage location. No, let us see in detail what is meant by variable. Variables are names assigned to store data. It is a name given to the storage location. In the data storage location area, that value can be modified during program execution. So the variable value can be changed during the execution of the program. A variable is a named storage location which can store either numbers or text. So variable may hold either numeric data or non-numeric data. Declaring a variable. How you have to declare a variable. A variable can be declared in a program using a statement called dim statement. The expansion of dim is dimension. With the help of dim statement, you just declare the variable. The dim statement specifies the name and data type of the variable that is declared. So in the dim statement, the syntax is the name as well as the data type. We already learned that there are 2 different types of data types available maybe. First one is numeric and second one is non-numeric. Numeric data types is of 7 types and non-numeric is of 4 types. No. So here the dim statement specifies the name as well as the data type of the variable. Let us see an syntax for dim statement. Dim variable as type. Here dim and as are the keywords. Then variable represent the name of the variable and type represent either it is a numeric data type or non-numeric data type. Let us see an example. Dim mark as integer. Here dim and as are keywords and mark is the name of the variable of type integer. Rules for declaring a variable. It is important to know that how to name a variable. Some rules you have to follow while naming a variable. Let us see the rules for declaring a variable. The first point is the variable name must begin with an alphabet. It must begins with an alphabet. Either the alphabet may be uppercase letter or lowercase letter. So it starts with an alphabet. It can contain underscore, numbers or alphabets. So first letter, it must be an alphabet. Followed by an alphabet, you have to use either underscore or numbers or alphabet. So for special character, underscore is allowed to give a variable name. The variable name cannot exceed 255 characters. So the number of characters present in the variable name cannot exceed 255 characters. Visual Basic keywords or Visual Basic reserved words cannot be used as variable names. For example, we already learned the different types of numeric data types. No, let us see an example: double, currency, decimal. These are the name of the numeric data types. That name, for example, that is called as a keywords. That is called as a Visual Basic reserved words. That words have some predefined meaning in a Visual Basic program. So that keywords cannot be used as a variable name. That is a fourth rule. So let us see an example. Mark as integer. It is a valid declaration, but dim as integer. Dim as integer is an invalid declaration. Here dim is a keyword that is having some predefined meaning. So we can't use it as a variable name. Next, label control. Let us see some more controls in this lesson. The two more controls, text box control and button control, we have to learn. Just to go through what is meant by the label control. The previous chapter we already learned that the label control. Let us see the symbols for the label, text box and button control. A, it represents the label control. A, B, L, it represents text box control, and A, B represents the button control. All these controls are available in the toolbox. First, label control. Labels are one of the most frequently used control in VBA. This is the most frequently used control. That control is used to display text or titles. The default property for label is text property. Let us see the next one. Text box control. A text box control allows the user to enter text during runtime. So if you want to enter text during runtime, you just use the text box control. So we can get a cursor on the text box and type information during the runtime. Text box is used to get input from the user during runtime. So with the help of that input, we have to do the arithmetic calculations. The default property for the text box is text property. Next one, button control. A button is a control that is used to initiate. If you want to initiate any action, usually by clicking on it, you have to use the button control. If you want to give input during the program execution, you just use the text box control. If you want to initiate any action, usually by clicking on it, you just use the button control. We can usually type the coding. If so, to initiate some action, we must write some codings. No, that can be right only with the click event of the button control. I just see the screenshot. Here there is a button control. You just place it on the button control in the form window and double click it and open the coding window. In the coding window, click event, you just write the codes for initiating the button control action. Next, each and every property has its own name. So each and every control in the toolbox has its own name. Here let us see the label 1. The first label have the name as label 1 and the text box control have the name as text box 1. Then a new function I already told you, val function. What is the purpose of using val function means? Val is a function which means value of. I just explained it with the help of the VB software. So first you just understand what is meant by val means. It is a function which means value of. Okay. Now I am going to explain how to use the text box control and button control using the app. So I just open the Microsoft Visual Studio. So this is a opening environment. In that, if you want to open a new project, select a new project option. In a new project dialog box, select the option Windows Form Application and click OK button. So this is a VB environment. In the previous class we already learned that this portion is called as the form window. Form window is the place where we design our application, and this is a toolbox. It contains various tools, and in VB the tools are called as controls. And this is a portion of solution explorer window, and this is a properties window portion. Now I am going to do a simple example with the help of a text box control. For that I just select a label control. Label control is used for displaying text or titles. It is used for identifying purpose. Now, so for that I just select the label control and place it. So the default property for the label box is text property. No, so I am going to type a text. My personal details. I just type the text as my personal details. In the previous chapter we already learned how to change the font color, how to change the background color, and how to change the font size. Okay, so I just explain it again. Move on to the font property. Select the font property, and in the font dialog box let us change the size and style as your wish. So it can be changed like this. If you want to change the letters color, means that is text color, means you just select the 4 color property. Then in that you just select custom property and change the letters color as you wish. Okay. Now I am going to select the text box control. I wish to display by name, standard and section. Okay. For that I just need 3 text boxes plus 3 label boxes. In order to identify, you just use the label box now. So first I just select the label box. I want 3 label box, so I just drag and drop 3 label boxes. So label 2, 3 and 4. Now I wish to select the text box control. So this is the first text box. Then second text box. The first text box I am going to type my name, and second one I am going to type the standard, and third one I am going to type the section. This is for example purpose. I just to do it. Okay. So label 2, 3 and 4. Let us change the label 2 font size. I am going to change the font size as 16. Okay, next one, label 3, that font size also I am going to change it as 16, so it can be easy to usable for you. Then label 4 also I am going to change it as 16 size. Okay. Okay. Now let us change the text box control font size also. You just change it. Okay. For that I am going to click the text box control property. Let us see, if I click the label box control, the property of the label control will be displayed. If you click, place the mouse pointer on the text box and click it, means then the text box property is enabled in the properties window. So font, I just select it, and the size is 14. I just give it. Okay. For the next one also, font, I just select it and change the size. Then third one also I just select it and change the size as 14. Okay. Now for label 2, I just type it as name. So for user it is easy to identify. Here near the named label box, then the text box, you just give the name. Okay, for the second one, standard. For example, I just give it here. Okay, then section. So I already told you how to change the back color and how to change the fore color. The same property is applicable to the text box as well as the other controls in the toolbox. Now, if you want to run the program, what you have to do, you just press the run button. Here, the run button is available here. Just press the run button, or F5 key. You just use the function key F5 to run the VB project. And just click the run button. So this is the output window. Here a cursor is enabled here. So what it indicates, it needs some input from the user. I just give the name as Kavya. Then standard 8th. Then section C. So during runtime, if you want to give input, if the user want to give input to the computer, in a Visual Basic program, during runtime means you have to use the text box control. Now, I think all are understand how to use the text box control. Okay. Next, let us see the another program. Now we have to use you just to do a simple calculation, arithmetic calculation with the help of text box and label box. I give the example. For example, let us take if the system can get input 2 numbers from the user and add the 2 numbers and give the output, addition of 2 numbers. We are going to do the addition of 2 numbers program now. For that, I just explain it how to do it. Okay, so I just change the heading as arithmetic programs. Assumes you just change it. Okay, so arithmetic next. Here I just change this property as enter the first number. Here what does the program means? During execution of the program, the computer can get input from the user. 2 numbers the computer get input from the user, and with the help of the 2 numbers, you have to perform the addition calculation and display the result, display the output. So here I just type enter the first number. Okay, then design the window as shows. For the second one, I just type it enter the second number. So near this text box, you just during runtime you have to enter the first number, and here you just enter the second number. So here the result will be displayed here. How the result can be displayed? You have to write coding for addition of 2 numbers. In that coding can be written with the help of a new control. The name of the control is button. Okay, so I just click and place the button, then change the name of the button as sum. So if you press the sum button, then the 2 numbers that are entered in the text box 1 and text box 2, that can be added, and the final result can be displayed in the text box 3. Okay. Okay. So I already told you where you have to write the codings for button control. You just double click the button, and within the coding window, click event of the button only you have to write the program. So I just double click this button. Okay. So let us see the button click event is here. Where you have to display the answer, text box 3. Okay. I again go to the design window. Here click this property. Let us see the name for the text box 3. What is the name of this one? Means text box 3. So in the text box 3 you have to display the answer. So how will you write the codings? Means listen the coding. Text box 3 dot text is equal to, you have to get the answer. Text box 3 dot text is equal to, how will you do? You just add the two values, no? So text box 1 dot text plus text box 2 dot text. This is the coding. Okay. So what is the answer for text box 3 means? You just add the text box 1 text plus text box 2 text. I just complete the coding. Now I wish to run the program. Let us see how the output can be displayed here. I just run the program. So let us enter the first number as 1. Then enter the second number as 2. Then we just click the sum button. What will happen? 1 plus 2, 3 will be displayed in the result. Let us see what will happen. Only 1, 2, that is the number 1 and 2 can be added and 1, 2 is displayed in the text box 3. So what does it mean? It means, listen here, the text box whatever you type means that can be taken as a text. Text means alphabets. Okay. So what the computer can do means you just add the two values and display whatever it may be. So if you want to do the arithmetic calculation for whatever you just enter in the text box, that can be changed into numbers means you have to use a new function called val function. For this purpose only you just use the val function. Val function means it changes the value in the text box to numbers. Okay. So val means it is a function. That function can change the value. With that change the value, whatever that can be typed in the text box can be changed into numerical values. So I just change the coding as val. Before the text box I just insert the value as val. Here also I just insert the function val. So val means it is a function that indicates the value of. It means value of. It takes the value of the text box. Okay. Now I am going to run the program. So I wish to run the program here. Now I just enter the value 1. Here 2. Now let us click the button. I just move the mouse pointer here and place it on the button. I just click the button. What will happen? Whatever I just codings written in the click event, that can be performed here. So I just click it. What will happen? The answer will be 3. So 1 plus 2, the 3 will be displayed. I think all are understand how to use the val function. Val function means it returns the numeric value that is entered in the text box. If you didn't use a val function means what may be happen means the VB program can consider the input as a text and add the two text and display the whatever you just type it in the box. Okay. Okay. I again run the program. Let us see the difference. Now I am going to enter the alphabets instead of numbers. I just enter the alphabet A here and B here. And what are the codings you just use it? Val, no. So A is alphabet. Value of A means what the answer will be displayed as 0. That is value of A plus value of B means it is converted into numeric value. Numeric value of A and B is 0. So the result will be displayed as 0. Now if I change the coding, I just remove the function val. Okay. So I just double click the code window. Here I just remove the val function and I am going to enter a text value. Text value means alphabets. I am going to give the input as alphabet in the text box. Let us see what will happen. I just click the button. Now I just enter the alphabets A and B and click sum button. What will happen? A, B, that is it add the two values and displayed a sum. Now I am going to add two more buttons in order to do the difference. Okay, subtract two numbers. I wish to subtract two numbers and display the answer. For that, I just select another button and place the button here. Let us change the name as subtract. And change the font size. Okay, subtract. Then another button. I just do it for multiply. So in a single program you have to do the 4 arithmetic calculation: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Let us change the coding by a simple way. I explain it how to do that. So divide. Now if you want to subtract the two numbers, that can be entered in first text box and second text box and display the result in the third text box. How will you change the coding? Okay, go to the click event of the button 2. You just change the click event of the button 2. Here I just insert the val function here. Okay, otherwise it will display the wrong answer. So I just insert the val function for the button control 1. Then I just copied that and go to the button 2 click event and paste it. Just change the plus to minus symbol. Then move on to the button 3 multiplication. No, so button 3 click event, I just change the plus symbol to what symbol? Multiplication symbol. Then move on to the divide, double click it, button 4 click event. So here I just use the divide symbol. Now you are going to run the program. I just run the program. First enter the value 12 and second value as 4. Sum 12 plus 4 16. I just press the subtract button. 12 minus 4 8. Then multiply button. 12 into 4 48. Then divide button. 12 by 4 3. So this is the way you have to use the 3 controls: label, then text box as well as the button control. Okay. Now I just return to the PowerPoint presentation where we just left. Steps to insert the controls in design window. So how to insert the controls means you just double click the control or drag and drop the control. Then if you want to change the font color, forecolor and back color means you just change it as your wish. For text box, I just click the text box control and place it on the text box property. Text is the default property. Then I just go through it how to change the font, back color and forecolor means for font window the 3 dotted buttons you just click it and change. Okay. So the font dialog box will be open. That style, size and type you have to change it. Then back color means it indicates the back color of the property. You just select the back control, then a tooltip text will be displayed. In the pop-up menu, you just select the custom and the colors, whatever you wish, you just select it. The same can be followed by the foreground control. Then using the label control, I just display the data in the label control. For text box control, how it can be displayed during runtime, you have to enter the data now. So I just enter, the cursor will be displayed here and just enter that. Okay. Next, program using function. Just explain the codings only here. Textbox3.text is equal to textbox1.text plus textbox2.text. If the values 1 and 2 means what will happen? The answer will be 12. So if you use the val function means what will happen? 1 plus 2, 3 will be displayed. Similarly, the codings can be displayed in the typed in the button click event. So let us keep it in mind. For example, if you enter the text value, that is A and B alphabets, means the value AB will be returned. If you use the val function for that, means what will be happen? The value of 0 will be displayed here. So this is a designing window for doing addition. So this is a executable window. So how to change the background of the color? I already explained the previous chapter. Select the form property. In the form property, you just change the back color. How will you run the VB program? Means using F5 key or execute button. Run button, you just use it to execute the program. So let us go through the points to remember. Data types is of two types, numeric and non-numeric. Numeric data is of 7 types and non-numeric is of 4 types. Variable means it is a named storage location. It can store either number or text. The value can be changed during execution. Using dim statement, you have to declare the variable. Text box allows the user to enter text during that time. The default property for text box is text. Button is a control that is used to initiate, usually by clicking on it. Val is a function which means value of. To execute the VB application, you have to use either F5 key or run button. So this is the end of the section. Thank you, students. Thank you.